Right guys, welcome back. This time we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing YouTube reactions to Hoonicorn Racing Team. If you didn't know, it's the Ken Block. He's a driver all round, but he's mainly known for his rally driving and his gymkhana, which is like, if you're not into that sort of stuff, gymkhana is like he's in one of his rally cars basically doing stunts and stuff, like really tight cornering and really tight donuts, and really crazy manoeuvres. So Ken Block has a racing team called Hoonicorn, who make a lot of his cars and do all sorts of crazy modifications and crazy builds. Basically, he's got a car. I'll give you a little brief background before we go into it if you're not aware. But he has a car called the Hoonicorn, which is one of his fastest built all-wheel drive cars, which is based off a Ford Mustang. I can't remember what year, but it's one of the 1960. I think it might be the 1965 Ford Mustang, which is heavily modified. Like, you look at it and you can tell that it's a Ford Mustang, but it's stretched out. It's not got the same engine. It's got two massive turbos, and it's pushing, like I say, 1400 horsepower, which is just crazy for an all-wheel drive car. And in these series that we're going to react to and watch, basically they do a drag race with all standard cars, all drag cars, all custom made cars, and basically they do a drag race just to see, if any car is capable of beating the Hoonicorn, which is what they call it. So yeah, what we're going to do, we're just going to go through the series. There is quite a few. As you see, like, obviously this one's been lit up because I'm on it now, but yeah, it does have a large playlist of all different cars that he's drag racing with. So just something that I'm interested in. I'm into my cars and stuff like that, so this is another fun thing for me to record and get you guys' reaction on and see if there's anyone out there that's interested in watching it with me. So what we'll do is we'll jump straight in. This video, Ken Block's 1400 horsepower all-wheel drive Ford Mustang Hoonicorn versus the McLaren Senna Merlin, which is it's a rapid car, and the series is called Hoonicorn versus the World. So we'll jump straight into it. Prepare, because this car is crazy.
You can't even order a normal size coffee through a drive-through.
Ken is sandbagging.
Oh my! The Hoonicorn's so fast!
I'm so excited. I love watching this. It's also in Ford.
Alright, welcome to Hoonicorn
Forza Horizon 4. This car is in there as well.
Special. What are we doing today, Ken?
Apparently drag racing.
There's a lot of confidence there.
Something I've never done before.
You ready to watch Ken get his ass kicked today?
I don't think he is, man. I think that thing is going to surprise a lot of cars.
So we're here today. We're going to be racing a bunch of different stuff. We're going to be racing supercars, drag race cars, trophy trucks.
Everything. It's going to be
the world's
incredible.
fastest donk. All right, so how do we get here?
The whole concept of this is based around Forza. So when the Hoonicorn made its way into Forza,
amazing.
It was one of the fastest vehicles. So we noticed that a lot of the players were actually taking the Hoonicorn and drag racing it against other vehicles. And that's the right thing about Forza. You could put this thing versus a supercar, a truck, or a little three-wheeled thing that looks like an egg. I actually worked pretty hard with the studio that makes Forza to really make this thing feel as manic.
It is
as
an
it
incredible
does
car
in
to
real
drive a
life.
game.
I
If none of you have ever
sat
played
there
Forza
in the
Horizon 4, it's a
studio
good game
and
in
was
general.
No.
But it's got the
feels more
Hoonicorn,
violent.
it's got
It feels faster
the
than what
truck
it feels
that they
like
built
in their test
as well,
units.
which is
So
incredible.
They actually made it faster, made it feel really much more realistic.
And if you guys
All right, so Ken,
are
you're
into
here to drive a
watching some
Hoonicorn in a
more
straight line. What are some
Hoonicorn
other things
videos,
you've done with Hoonicorn?
watch
It
them.
originally started with Gymkhana 7. After that, it actually went to London. We did a Top Gear
That was
episode.
incredible.
And after that is when we put the twin turbos on, and we did Climbkhana in Pikes Peak.
What we could do as well is, if there's interest, we could watch the gymkhana. Even though I've seen most of them, I think I've seen all of them. They're incredible to watch.
But
Every time you watch
it's never
them,
drag
it's
raced,
incredible.
and neither have I.
It's not a drag race car, but it's all-wheel drive. It makes 1,400 horsepower. one has super sticky tires on it. And a sequential gearbox. So is it?
What are you trying to say?
It's a drag race car.
There's a lot of drag
It's a
racers
drag
who
race
argue
car.
on that,
It's
but
drag
I
race.
get where
It's a
you're
drag
coming
race
from.
car
All
that
right,
can
so
go
let's talk
sideways
and we'll
really
start
well.
racing.
Ooh, look at it. It's not going to beat the Hoonicorn now. Whoa, it's got a green, it's got like a metallic fleck in it, that's mint. Still not as good looking as the Hoonicorn. I mean, let's just pause there. Let's look at these stats. So, obviously, it's based off, the Hoonicorn is based off a 65 Ford Mustang. Where I was correct, funnily enough, I was right on it. Hoonicorn RTR, it's pushing 1400 brake. It's got a 6-speed sequential, so you know it's pull down to go up a gear and push forward to go down a gear. So it's pretty rapid in changing gears. It's almost £3,000, which is nothing for a car. The car I've got is 2-ton, which is crazy. 2 twin turbos, which you can see sticking out the bonnet. It's all-wheel drive. The McLaren Senna, which is one of the fastest production cars in existence, I believe. It's only running 789 horsepower. You can't really say only running, because most factory cars that people drive day to day, maybe 100 brake, if that. If you get a sports model, you're probably pushing like 200 brake sometimes. It's got a 7-speed dual clutch auto, about £3,000, so it's not far off the Hoonicorn. Running twin turbos again, but this one's rear wheel drive, so it's going to spin up real bad when it's pulling off drag, which is something that all wheel drive cars, they just have a better pull because they're pulling on all 4 wheels. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Let's see.
All right. What are we doing
Talking that much, my fog's
Today
gone out.
we're here to match up ridiculous built machine from America, and then probably one of the gnarliest hypercars to come out from England in the last 10 years.
And named after the greatest race car driver of all time.
I mean,
Ryan
not
Senna.
just one of the
Senna.
greatest hypercar builders, but race car teams
Yeah, no, I
in
know.
history.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, name a better one.
Hoonigan Racing.
There you go. So that's what we're here today to see.
We shall see.
I don't even know what to talk about besides look at this paint.
I was gonna
effect.
say, I'm sorry,
the sun.
on paint alone, this is sorcery going on
moly.
here. Look at that.
Now, I just got to say, like, personally, I would like a little bit
First thing I
chunkier
saw
metal
straight away
flake
is
in there, maybe
that
something
metallic.
along the
It's
lines
got
of
like a green
bass
fleck
boat.
in it, I
Now
think.
that is a nice fish.
Yeah, we know what you
Yeah.
want, Zach.
It looks like it came from, like in Alien, like the ship that they're on, or it's like that they're just like super evil.
Ash, can you see this?
Yes, I can. I've never seen anything like it.
Instead of talking about his bass boat flake or the alien ship-like capabilities, I bet Nick could tell us a lot more about the car.
What would you guys like to know? It's a bass
Just the
boat.
owner, yeah. I hope
This is
so.
the McLaren Senna 2019, one of 500 made, particularly one of one in the Merlin edition, which is what you have here. And obviously, you guys took notice of the crazy paint. Merlin is actually dubbed from McLaren's paint master. So this is called Sorcerer's Black. The gentleman in MSO, his
what a
name's
name.
Darren Townsend. And his nickname was Merlin because of how crazy he can come up with these paints. And it's magical.
You can't even order a normal-sized coffee through a drive-through with this. Like, what do you do with this?
You don't drink in the car. It's
That's
weight
because
saving.
you don't order coffees. They just
Can
appear
you even
for
get
you.
a Big Mac through this?
I do not eat McDonald's. That is for poor people.
I don't see a cup holder in there.
The other challenge is you need good pants flex too, because look at that.
That's to show off your kicks.
Yeah, you got to show off your kicks, and you can't be running some kind of Bobo pants on there.
There's got to be like a race reason for that, Nick, right? Is that so you can like
I
see
love that t-shirt he's got
the
on the
nose
right. I
of
think
other
it's,
hypercars trying to
Hoonigan,
pass
but
you?
it's
That's
got
exactly what it
metal
is.
text.
Hell yeah.
Can you hit us with the hard specs of this car?
Yeah, so 789 horsepower, 0 to 62, 2.8 seconds, 0 to 124 in 6.8 seconds, top speed 211 miles an hour. But the fun fact that I love is at 155 miles an hour, this car is producing very close to 1,800 pounds of downforce.
I mean,
production
this
car.
is like the coolest thing ever because it actually like evacuates
over
all of
half
its heat from
of
the
the weight of the
radiator,
car in
creating
downforce.
in this
For
front.
sure. That's a pass through.
line,
It's insane. Look at that.
Yeah,
it's so
of
cool.
course. So 1,800 pound of downforce. The car only weighs just over 3,000 pounds. So it's producing over half of the car's weight in downforce, over 155 miles an hour. That means off the line, it's going to be quick. It's not going to be rapid. I don't think it's going to be Hoonicorn rapid, but top end, it'll be rapid. All of the horsepower will be down on the floor, I trust.
Well, it's on a production car.
And
A small child could crawl through there.
It could.
Yeah.
So are these like flaps that?
Do they adjust?
Yep.
That's what I was just
It's
saying,
active
yeah,
aero in the
just-
front as well as the rear. Yeah, so it changes at different speeds and cornering to help push the car down farther.
I was told that this was basically designed in the wind tunnel. That like
The whole thing.
yeah, people talk about it doesn't look good because this is what the wind and air like, not what the eye like.
Oh,
Look
it
at
looks
this wing.
It's
It's sick. You could actually see it. It's
Looks incredible.
bolted to the chassis of the car, and then this is on like
flexing constantly. Yep.
Right,
It's
'cause
constantly
it-
moving.
This is the first one of these I've seen in real life, out on the street, not in Forza, and not at the Peterson Museum.
You guys talk about the fact that this is a cover model?
I did say that the only place I've seen this was in Forza. It was on the cover of Forza, right?
Right. Well, that's the thing. Part of the premise of this drag race series is the fact that it came from Forza. Well, this car was actually on the cover of one of the last Forzas. So that's what I think is actually very cool about this whole thing. It's kind of coming full circle.
what does this thing
That's
cost?
sick.
What is like this is an unbelievable vehicle. Like,
So-
what is this?
How many of our cars do we have to
It's
sell to buy one?
I don't know.
And then have like a lease, like
Million
you know, you
pounds.
get it
There's
on 6
commas.
days after
There's
2.
commas in the amount of
Are we
our cars
combining
we have to sell.
creditworthiness here? This car particularly is built very high spec through MSO. Is 1.15
And I'm
million.
out.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
You said this one's for sale, right?
This one is for
How
sale.
much? How much
yes.
can we buy this one for? I'm talking cash right now.
Cash here right now?
Yeah.
I think about
Cash.
1.15. Yeah.
I think it's going to be more like cash in very large duffel bags.
It's in
plural.
the truck. It's in that truck.
in.
You see, the thing is with cars like that, you purchase it, I can't see the value ever going down, especially with one that's not produced that many times. Like, you could buy that car and you're going to make money off it at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how old that car is. 10 years down the line, as long as it's not completely wrecked, you still make the same amount of money that you brought it for.
So all this aero, not done in a wind tunnel.
Hold on. All of this aero done on Photoshop, and it looks really cool. Let's pop the hood.
Man, he's got 4 hood pins to lose, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's scary.
Yeah, it looks just as good as I always remember.
So Brian, you want to tell us what this is?
It's a Roush Yates 410.
It's a Ford engine built by Roush Yates.
It says Ford on the side. I figured that one out. This is basically, it starts as like it's like a dirt oval outlaw motor. Revs to 8,600. It's obviously got 2 big old turbos in front of it.
Big old Garrett's.
No intercooler because it's running on meth, so it doesn't need to because it runs nice and cool. And then it's got a bunch of other crazy packaging stuff, and it makes 1,400 horsepower. 1,400. This is ludicrous speed fast.
Paired with the SEDEV gearbox, banging those gears.
And all-wheel drive.
And all-wheel drive.
And 4 315 wide Toyo R888.
And like dash 12 oil lines, which just says race car
I know.
shit.
Look at the dry sump just hanging right there. I love that the front diff is in front of the motor, so it's a dual drive shaft type setup, like a R35.
This is this like stock firewall area on a Mustang.
Well, this
right? So
this was
you could see it's moved back quite a bit.
that much, yeah.
When we built this car, we didn't build it to race in any series. We built it just to make Chimcana stuff. So there's actually like a bunch of things in this car that are kind of sketchy that we did because it looks good on camera.
So you're saying it's unsafe?
I'm saying that it's a picture car. It's a really fast picture.
Don't tell my wife that.
She still hasn't seen Chimcana 1. So Nick, you have any questions about the car?
Twin turbo V8. Twin turbo V8. I think we're
It's
good.
a perfect matchup.
Seems equal. Street tires.
Uh,
No, not
partial. But
I'm gonna tell you what
They're
that
not
translates to. This might be a cheater tire.
The Toyo R888R isn't exactly not a cheater tire.
No,
I mean, it's
no.
one of the stickiest tires.
It's
that's
a
on the
borderline.
market
It's a borderline street
for a
tire.
DOT tire.
Yeah. How wide are these?
These are 315s.
315 R888Rs, all around.
On all fours.
Square.
oh, 315s as well. See?
Oh,
Oh, he's got 10 up on him.
Can you do a burnout?
It's tough.
Well, you already lost. Let's go predictions, boys.
The McLaren all day for a car show. No, I'm not trying that. I can't. The Hoonicorn, me, I got Hoonicorn.
Shit, I don't know, man. The Hoonicorn is so fast.
Want a prediction?
Yeah, Hoonicorn. No, they want to see your pretty face.
My prediction, Hoonicorn.
Said no one ever.
Unicorn
Every day of
all
the week.
day, but
I can't
that
see
Macca
any
is
car
just
beating
something
Hoonicorn off the line
Mine's being the Hoonicorn.
at a mile.
I told you guys.
Or
How many times I
quarter
gotta
mile,
tell
half
you?
a mile. I can't see. Maybe 2 miles.
This is Forza in real
Top
life.
speed, something else will get it.
This is literally Forza in real
Not
life.
off the line.
We all win on this one, honestly.
Half a mile.
Yeah, it's true. John, you're so wholesome. We all win.
See, the old Hoonicorn 2's like, no, mate. Never been. Are you ready for this, guys? This is going to be crazy. Round 1. Loud as fuck. Smoked him, mate.
God damn.
Bye-bye.
wow.
Watch this. Absolutely.
The Hoonicorn's so fast!
Yo, the crazy thing is it didn't take him on the launch.
No,
like the launch of
exactly.
the Senna was strong.
You said you built it purpose-built for Gymkhana, but I really think you built a drag car.
Apparently, we built a drag car and we just didn't know. Now think about when you watch Gymkhana 7, Gymkhana 10, and Climbkhana, how fast that car was.
Yeah,
going.
that's a really good
Like
point.
I don't think people realize how fast Ken is attacking those corners in that car.
Oh, it looks sick as well.
John, I feel like we're in a real life Forza lobby right now.
Dude,
I'm
I've
not
only
saying
seen that car in the game.
Yeah.
So seeing one in real life and it's ripping?
against that.
That's a video game in real life.
Yeah.
It's bananas.
All right, so same heads-up race, except this time Ken's gonna give him the hit, let him leave first, and we'll see if Ken can reel him in. Which I think he will.
Round 2.
It hooks up, it just goes.
Ken bogged the launch and still.
I'm surprised he could keep it in a straight line, you know. I didn't buy about what?
That thing's a
3
missile,
cars.
man.
It's faster
4
than it
cars,
looks.
maybe.
It's tough.
How? I gotta ask, because this thing sounds really good, right?
Yep.
But when the apocalypse is passing you, it's gotta sound insane.
The pops that are coming from that are just unbelievable.
What are we doing?
We're gonna give him like, should I give him 2 cars?
2 cars. I beat him by
Give
6,
him
but
2
you
cars.
only
No,
get
you
2.
beat him by 3 on that one.
Okay, 3 cars.
3 cars?
Beat by 3. Give him 2
3 cars and you go on his jump.
6 feet.
All right, you wanna take 3 cars?
3 cars. Is that what I think? Is that what he was leading me on?
That's what we're thinking. 3 cars.
I think 3 cars. Let's do 3.
Do it. Turn around, we'll go run it real quick.
That was Ken being generous.
Yeah,
we were saying
we were
2.
offering 2, and Ken was like, give him 3.
Give him 3. He's gonna have him anyway. Just looks menacing, mate.
Cut that down.
Oh, shit. Not a chance.
Yo, did they pour more sauce
Gets
on?
faster. Hitting half K revs. He beat me by more. That car just walked on. more than 4 cars that time.
Ken is sandbagging it. Every time he's behind, he comes up.
It keeps getting faster.
Ken is sandbagging. He was sandbagging all day.
How's it feel to be beat by a Ford?
It was at 1,800 pounds.
Ooh, I think my reaction time was slow because all the meth that was coming in through the window,
Yeah,
I was
probably
choking
that's
up.
what makes you burn. Yeah,
That's what it is. Thanks for the run.
Thank you. That was fun.
Thanks.
There's never been a better time to play Forza Horizon 4 right now. It's been optimized for Xbox Series X and Series S, which means higher resolution, greater frame rate, faster load times, more fun. So maybe I'll see you online. I'll be cruising around, try Fight by Fire. Have fun, play games.
So guys, yeah, that was the first episode. I did a lot of talking in it, but that's just because I love my cars and I can talk all day about it. But yeah, like I said in the video, we're going to watch these anyway. But if you guys are interested in watching and getting a reaction of the Gymkhana videos, they're normally about 10-15 minutes long, and it's just some crazy car stunts. Ken in his rally cars, obviously, because when he first started, he was in the Subaru STI. And then he was in the Ford Fiesta, and then obviously he's got his Cosworth now as well, and then obviously he does it in that, and then, well, not in his Cosworth, but he's got Cosworth. It'd be cool if he did Gymkhana in his Cosworth, but then he does Gymkhana in his truck, and then the Hoonicorn as well. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, guys, let me know in the comments below, and chuck your opinions at me, and let me know if you're interested in continuing to watch. And if you did drop a like and a subscribe and all that YouTube jazz, and I'll catch you in the next episode. So yeah, cheers guys.